So again, everybody who just tuned in, this is the Relegation Clan War of Sons of War against DRUCKWELLE. Whoever wins this matchup will be advancing to the Epic Division of Season 2. And this is the Go. Goose, a very underplayed map, I would say, in Season 1 so far. Let's see how SRW can show us how this map is going to be played. I'm going to give Senator the honor of being streamed first. Very, very close first map, which was Sons of War's map pick. DRUCKWELLE in the lead for about 12 minutes. Only letting go, I think it must have been the last amp. Score-wise, actually a pretty strong performance by Senator. Also Special had some really nice amp runs. The chat was asking, or saying M Control would let DW won that probably, but I think it was 150 seconds to 100 seconds, so it wasn't that terrible. However, the pickups was like 1 to 8 in SOW's favor. So those 50 seconds definitely must have helped SOW to win this map, the last map. Yeah, so about players being called out for cheating or whatever, I'm always on the more conservative side, unless there is like legit proof that anybody's cheating. Because it was a topic in the Twitch chat right now, then I would rather not call anybody out and also not ban anybody. Anyway, so this is the second map of the Relegation Clan War. It's 1-0 for Sons of War right now. Special has a shock rifle, which is very, very strong in this map. All the angles you can use the combos with. Sons of War winning map 2 as well, which makes it 2-0 so far in points. Yeah, the first map was really close. DRUCKWELLE mostly in the lead. I felt like Spacer was, I mean, now we don't really see the stats anymore, unfortunately. But I really felt like the M control again was on SOW's in SOW's hands, and as well as Special One putting up a really strong performance from what we saw. But also the scoreboard here with almost a 2.0 KD is really strong, and a lot of kills, deaths. I mean frags. Now we got it. Okay, cool. So we will move on to the 2-on-2 team deathmatch, and I will have a quick look into the sheets. All right. We will be starting with Codex, moving on to Rankin and Deck. I was informed that SHX has health issues today, so he might get a sub from DRUCKWELLE. As far as I'm concerned, Codex will be played by Memphis and Psy. Rankin most likely will be played by these two gentlemen, which we just saw in the F1-4 team deathmatch. But let me check out the chat and Discord, and I will be back with you shortly. The question was raised, who is SHX? He is a formerly UT2K4 player who was hosting some competitions and who gladly proposed to help the UTProLeague with some administration, but also with predominantly PR and doing a little bit posts on Reddit, posts on usability, and these kind of things. Seems like Special is still on the server, but this is not the one we were looking for. I'm not entirely sure whether SHX will play. I just heard yesterday that he might have health issues today. So we will find out in just a couple of seconds. Yeah, Iska was saying a lot of new players. I only partly agree. There are a lot of new players, for sure, like Special, Caronte, you know, a lot of new players coming into the scene. But there's also players like SHX coming from earlier iterations of Unreal Tournaments. So a lot of new players in the UTProLeague, yes. but not necessarily new players, or not necessarily only new players. Looks like we have 3 players on the server. We are playing on Codex. That's the first map. Let me check the scene. I think we are waiting on the replacement is up for SHX. Yeah, the chat streams is saying DRUCKWELLE played well on Goose. I agree. It was really surprising to see DW play that well on SOW's map choice. Yeah, Codex is thankfully to Moxnix always in development, and we constantly improve and optimize the map. Right now only minor things like pillars and hallways and gaps and these kind of things make it like a little bit more smooth. For Season 2 we will have, let's say, a little bit more structural changes. Okay, so Valid is going to play instead of SHX. I'm gonna let the players know. And again, this is the relegation clan war between DRUCKWELLE and Sons of War. Whoever just tuned in. Sons of War leading with 2-0 points, which means that if they win the 2-2, they already will be qualified for next season's Epic Division. So DRUCKWELLE will have a lot of catching up to do here. And for all the people who are wondering why I'm not casting, I'm just the cam person today, / your host. Seems to me that Memphis has a connectivity issue right now. Let's hope that he will be back shortly. It seems that Memphis is back on the server. Question from the chat here, whether Codex is really hard to win when you don't have control. I think this is exactly what's happening. The only chance DRUCKWELLE had was when Memphis actually was disconnected and Psy had to run all the items by himself. But in general, it's a really, really tough map to regain control, which, by the way, is also one of the points we want to be working on for next season, that the area around the belt is a little bit more viable to the full. I think at this stage of the map it's really fair to say that Codex will be won by Sons of War. The score is just too big to catch up to. It's probably not even statistically possible to catch up if they would get every single kill. I think what's important to say is that both Memphis and Psy are old school UT99 players, so they should know this map pretty well, while I'm very much convinced that Rain as well as Valid don't really know this map all too well. Additionally, as mentioned in the chat, hitscan weapons are the favorite weapons of DRUCKWELLE so far, and this is a very rocket and flak heavy map, which also explains or contributes to the big difference in scores. It is true that Valid downloaded the map before the match. However, as I mentioned before, we are, or when I say we, it's mainly Moxnix and us. We are constantly optimizing and improving the maps. So this actually is not the current version of Codex. This is the one of, I think it must have been November, because we should have a December version of this map. Rain and Valid are a little bit confused what's going on, but as I mentioned to you guys before the match, Codex will be played by Memphis and Psy, while the next map, which is Rankin, will be played by Senator, as well as, if I remember correctly, was Special One. But I guess we will find out in any second. This is match point, or clan war point should I say, for Sons of War. If they're able to pull off a win on the second map of this best of 3 2-2, then they already have 3 points and win the clan war. Yet again, a convincing performance by Special One. What this guy has been putting out over the whole season was really, really impressive. And also today in the last match of, or the relegation match of the season 1, really, really impressive hit scan aim. Surely one of the top 5 aim percentage players this season, from what I've seen so far. The question right now was whether we skip duels because Sons of War is winning the relegation clan war 3-0 so far. It's up to the teams really whether they want to play out the duels. I think one matchup some viewers really have been anticipating was Screams against Tamer. So if it was for me, I would say let's play it. But I'm not forcing anybody, so it's really up to the players. Just going to wait whether they both agree to play, and we'll be back with you shortly. Great, so as it looks like we do have so we do have a duel coming up, which means that Sons of War again won the relegation matchup 3-0 so far, and even if DRUCKWELLE might win the 2 duels or one of them, it still is not enough point-wise to win the relegation matchup, which means that the upcoming matchup between Screams and Tamer is purely for you guys' entertainment. I still hope that both players put up a kind of try-hard performance because they're both regarded as really strong duelists. Let's have a quick look. At the browser. Okay, so we have Screams and Tamer as the first and maybe the only matchup we see. Lee Observatory, Solo, and Coma. All maps being played on EU servers. I'm gonna peek into the chat meanwhile. Ladies asking why Dead Vitas and her are not playing 2-2 in the league. I think that's a question you guys have to answer yourselves. That's not to answer for me. However, we would obviously welcome you guys. Some strategic advice from the chat saying Tamer and Scandalous playing the 2-2 would have been wiser. I actually think I agree to that statement, because if we have a look at the lineups right now, Scandalous would have a decent chance winning the 1-1, probably like 50-50. The matchup Screams versus Tamer is probably even so 50-50, and the 2-2 also probably would have been 50-50 or even 60-40 for Screams and for Tamer and Scandalous. as a team. That means that these 3 modes already would have been 3 points and the win for DW. But you never know these things. Maybe both teams and everybody watching will take some learnings from how to place which players in which mode against who into consideration for the next season, and make it like a very strategic kind of meta game, like maybe banning and picking in Dota and League of Legends. Okay, it seems like Tamerlane and Screams are on the hub. Alright. So we might be seeing the last match of Season 1. And again, Sons of War won the relegation match. This is just more or less a show match, because these guys were scheduled to play, and it was highly anticipated by the community. The match, I think, went a little bit unusual. There was a lot of unnecessary aggression from Tamerlane, being the underdog. Maybe he was underestimating Scream's ability to push back some advances and got frustrated because of rockets and flags, while Tamer was trying to take some angles. That's the closest guess I would have from what we've seen so far. Also might be related to the first 1 or 2 frags, and feeling the need to unnecessary push Screams before he got to the first shield belt. Just by nature, I would say that Tamerlane has the edge on this map here. First of all, it's Tamer's map choice, and secondly, it's a more hitscan heavy map. Also, I'm going to start with Tamerlane and try to have him predominantly in on POV. Tam had two really nice comebacks, equalizing that score twice. Screams being able, or immediately being able to come back from that though. So let me check Discord whether we still have the last matchup of the Clan War being played.
Yo, here we go.
Hello, hello. So this is Memphis. He just messaged me. He will be doing a little bit of casting for the last matchup.
Yes, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's see what server they are. I think I found SAS Master, however there's no Scandalous on the server. And also I have not heard back yet from Scandalous whether he is actually playing that matchup. So we might not see it unless Scandalous is getting back to us. He definitely is offline in Discord, so I would say let's wait for a minute or two.
Let's ask Ryan. He should know. I will ask him. Give me a second.
Sure. I'm looking for Scandalous in my friend list. However, here's some weird characters in his nickname.
Ryan was... wonderful. Scandalous is there.
Alright, he's in menus right now, so... Any news on the hub, by the way? Okay, I gotta read chat. Alrighty, he says London hub. So I suppose it's gonna be GCP London. Yes. Rain, I think everybody's level 15 UT. or who is it? Memphis, what level are you in UT?
I don't know.
Check your player card. Actually, you don't even have to check it. It's if you hit escape, it says right there level.
Oh, here you go. Even in spectator mode?
I think so. Just hit escape, and you might.
Yeah, level 50.
Yeah, I think almost everybody is. All right. Let's see. We are going to see Coma, Deep, and Erase. And for everybody who's wondering why we are playing this duel, it's for pure entertainment reasons, to sort of have all the matches completed. But in the end, SOW already won the relegation matchup. So far, 4-1. No, that's crap. 4-0.
I have to say, when I watched the first match from the first duel, I think that was nearly a perfect start for Screams, and when Screams is in control of Leia. Maybe some other people don't know, but this is maybe one of the most favorite maps ever.
Which one? Leia?
Leia, yes. He was playing that one as a home map in 2K4 as well.
But after all, I mean,
it's ironic, I think.
Screams mentioned it in the Twitch chat. After all, it was a kind of a show match, so even though it was really convincing from his side, I would say it's not like the full try-hard mode on both ends. Slave mentioned it kind of felt like a deathmatch almost on the second map, and I would agree. I think players would have played a little bit, players would have played a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, what's happening here? Sassmaster is on my friend list now. Okay. Are you on a server? I think you are now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's start this.
Have fun, guys. Some nice snipers by Zaz, and another one. Very nice start with the sniper from Zaz.
Scanless might have overplayed the shock position there. He should probably have played a little bit more defensive to get the first armor.
Another frag for Zaz after he was hiding him after the respawn. Let's see if we can increase the lead with more respawn frags. Like that, to be honest. Yes. A little bit of an unlucky start for Scandalous at the moment. Let's see if he can come back a little bit.
Yeah, the self-kill was very unfortunate. The goo blob was directly on the lift.
Yeah.
And I think he did not really anticipate that.
Zazmaster on the hunt at the moment, like feeling pretty good in control. Both are trying to get the other one with the shock, both on damage. No frag yet. But Scandalous was able to reduce the health points a little bit to make it a little bit more equal, but the shot was us now. Without a fight there.
Yeah, probably the timing was a bit off here, also because Scandalous was exposing himself a lot, while Sesmas was able to retreat to the shield belt.
By Zaz with now it's looking very low on the health.
It was very nice dodging by Scandalous right there.
Yeah. I think that was a little bit unlucky that the sniper, the last one, was not a hit. I think that would be the frag for him there. Zaz is looking really good, like on doing the circle for the items, getting the shield, but getting the armor at the moment. I think Skander should really try to change this a little bit in the next couple of minutes.
I have a 5 frag difference on Coma. I mean, it's nothing and it's everything. If Sessmaster actually keeps the control up and just denies the items, then I don't see a lot of chance for Scanless to come back from this, especially because of the hyping of Sessmaster. Which
yeah,
means
maybe you
that
need some surprising situation to do a comeback with like a full flak, full bio, something like this, like to gain
yeah,
some,
or
some
like
nice surprise
like
there.
that. 4 out of 6 sniper shots hit.
First frag finally for Skander here, and another one. Nice sniper control here. Oh, next sniper shot. But Zest is still looking good on health points there. Oh, nice prediction there with the shock. A little bit too short on land there. Both are trying to predict a little bit with the balls here. Oh, finally shield balls for Skander. What a nice hit. A lot of hits from the shock primary from Cess there. I think Skander couldn't move out there a little bit like he was trying to. Like he was in a bad position after the first 2-3.
He definitely was cornered, yeah.
Yeah.
But the bright side obviously is it's not going to be a negative score.
Yeah.
Almost impossible.
Oh, nice waiting there with the sniper for Skander. Oh, another one. And now Zess is really looking good again, like with controlling the map, controlling where Skander can go and where not. And the next shield belt. Yeah, that was a little bit, I think, unlucky for Skander that he was missing again, like a very important sniper there to maybe get the frag and maybe secure the shield belt as well.
Yeah, Zess must get away with 7 HP and belt.
One shot versus Zess. He's slowing down the game a little bit too. Oh, nice defensive rocket there in the face. Another shot, another sniper shot. By Zess there. Yeah, Zess is looking very stable with the sniper, but here we go. Skander with some nice shock primaries for the frag.
Skander's now with the 3 to 4 successive shots.
Oh, what an unlucky situation. Jesus. Oh, that was, I think, a lot of good moments in a very short period of time for Zess. Like, very unlucky frag versus Skander losing the control, losing the shield belt, but yeah, still managed to do some hits as well.
And essentially the second time in a row. Last time he got away with 7 HP, and now he got the shield belt basically uncontested at the spawner.
And the next item here for Zess is, yeah, I think that's the difference at the moment, like within the game. With a couple of more items, I think Skander would have a little bit more or even better situations created by himself, like doing the hits and getting more control through the nice prediction here with the combo was very close. Here we go. Let's see if Skander can do some damage now. Maybe getting some respawns. Still 2 minutes to go. 4 frags should be possible to come back. If you have a little bit of luck on the respawns and maybe getting some quick 1-2 free frags here now.
with a chance of 2 or 3 frags, or 2 or 3 frag chances, let's put it like that. But as I was about to say, he has to play very, very risky at this point.
Yeah,
5
and
frags
Zas
difference.
was not missing nearly any snipe. Very nice control by him there. Play the defensive with the snipe and doing the hits.
Yeah, I think
equalize.
this should be GG.
Yes.
Unless a miracle happens.
But I have to say, I really like that. I saw it a couple of times that it's not always happened to be a GG, that some players are playing to the end. I really like that. Even when I can understand it for sure, when you want to save your time, want to save your energy for another map, but still nice to see the full length of a game.
I think in a mode like elimination, it's obviously no point of conceding rounds, so to speak, because you can actually come back. Even if you're like 9-0 behind, you can just win straight 10 rounds, basically.
That's true.
However, in duel, especially, but also in deathmatch in general, I think it's kind of hard because you have this time limit, obviously.
Yeah. First map is going to Zas. I think very nice control over the items there, and very good on like sniping shots most of the time.
The first few minutes, for sure, defined a lot of the outcome of this map when it was 3 to -1.
Yeah, that was really a bad start with like this unhappy situation around the lift with the bio, with the self kill getting -1, and then like coming back slowly. I still think that Skander had some opportunities when he had map control like twice on the map, and then he was not managing to do the frags. Yeah, I think the second time that was obvious because he really needed to push, and Zaz could just do the defensive sniper shots, and he was getting him down and getting him lowered, so he finally get the frag to gain his own control again on the map. But still, I think like 2-3 opportunities were there to get control back, get the items circle rounds a little bit better, and maybe stealing the control for a longer time versus us. Let's see what these guys can do on deep. Really hard to say for me, I have to say. I think I haven't seen Zas playing on deep so far, and I'm not sure how good Skander is on that one.
Yeah, from what I've seen is that Skeles just hasn't been all too active in duel in general.
Yes.
So as Deep kind of entered the European duel scene, just just a few months ago. I don't think he really knows that map all too well. So I still see an advantage here for Sassmaster. Just map experience wise and one-on-one experience over the past weeks and months.
Oh, we are ready?
We are ready. Going to watch Sassmaster first.
Yes.
And Scandalous actually with the first kill.
Yeah, let's see what he can do now as the first player with the first frag with the better start.
I think Sassmaster just missed a big opportunity. Scandalous was very low, waiting for that armor. Sassmaster with 125 plus a flag cannon could have pushed this, I feel. gonna switch over to Scandalous, who might be able to snack the next belt. Yeah, here we go.
I'm not sure. I think that's the first time that Skander was able to do 2 frags in a row. Let's see if he can increase his score a little bit, and maybe, yeah, doing a better control of the map and maybe steal a little bit more time versus Zaz to really gain a bigger advantage in that one.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that was very nice. He was really nice standing there, very good in positioning and waiting for the kill. Nice sniper shot by Zaz here. Next one.
So Scandalous is forfeiting the blue belt.
Oh, nice prediction.
A little bit too greedy here, I feel. Should not
yeah, and
Zest
is really going again into his like sniper mode and hitting nearly every shot with the sniper. Oh, nice defensive flag ball there to the face.
He must have watched Screams' match before.
Oh, Screams is doing that by doing that as a normal thing on deep.
Oh, missed opportunity.
It's always a good tactic, I think, versus Screams. Just steal the flag. Yeah,
nice damage by Scandalous, I guess, trying to snack the belt. Put as much damage as possible for Sessmaster to be able to do something with it. Kind of paying off. He will have to control the health packs in the middle though. Now, wrong weapon choice for sure, and also wrong prediction.
Yeah.
It was almost clear that Sessmaster needed to go to some HP. Like right now.
Very nice. 2 shots in a row with the sniper for the frag. Opportunity for next hit with the sniper, but he missed it. Oh, nice sniper shot by Zaz again. Oh, nice 2 shots here.
Oh, very nice sniper work.
Nice.
Yeah, super important.
Yes.
The kill and the shield belt on top. It's a little present.
I think every shot was necessary on that situation there. That was very risky by Skander.
Yeah, and also he must try to deny armors as well as weapons from Sessmaster.
That was a very close rocket here when Skander was going upstairs on the rail there. This is a very important sniper shot there. That should be the frag for Skander normally. Yes.
Oh. I see people already flying down a bit.
Yeah, I thought that as well. Oh yes, and it happens now.
I think I should play Lotto today.
Oh, very nice combo. But I think like the situation before, it was not really necessary to die there because he could really go away a little bit more versus the rockets there.
I agree, but maybe it was after all not a bad move of Scandalous because wow, okay, 9 HP. Because this way he basically kept the 6 frag difference, but subtracted 1 minute of playtime.
Yeah, it really looks like that Skander feels very stable here. Oh, very nice flak here. 2 times in a row. Nice control there. But I think still, like, yeah, it could be possible, but yeah, on deep you have some...
Yeah, I was about to say, 4 frag's absolutely possible.
Yes, in 4 minutes, yes.
Scandal is not listening to his headset properly. Sesmas in full control. Scandal has
nice, like
nothing
again,
to put against him.
unlucky. Falling down, I think, when he would stay up, that would be a really nice opportunity to get fragged above.
Seems to me as if Scanless is a little bit overwhelmed with what to do next.
Oh, that was a nice shot here at Buff when Skander was jumping up. Both are doing a lot of damage there. I think that was pretty important armor for Skander there in the nice shock combo.
Yes, it
Got
was.
away with 1 HP. Jesus, that armor was really important.
However, the frag lead from 6 down to 3 frags at this point.
Skander's really low still. 1 shot and he's dead only. Nice 2 sniper attacks there. Oh, very nice mid-air rocket. Very nice.
Scanless has to be really careful now.
Yeah, that sniper was really important. But even with the hit, if the rocket was getting out, would be the frag versus both. But let's see if like what Zesmaster can do. Then 1 minute and 30 seconds and still 2 frags behind. He really needs to get a little bit more aggressive now to get the frags.
Scanless missed the opportunity to actually defend the 2 health packs there.
Oh, nice flexible there. That should be, I think that should be the end now.
Without wrong weapon choice. I think
Yes.
Scanless messed up the... didn't really know that the teleporter would be leading there. 2 kills.
Well, both escaped
on the back foot.
really less HP. Yeah, but you're totally right. I think like with that situation, with that frag for Skander, it would be over normally. But now there's still a small chance to come back. With a quick frag and maybe a lucky respawn, 2 frags is nearly always possible for like always on every map, like in 10 seconds or so, if you're a little bit lucky there. 25 seconds now for one frag, and both together. Zas needs to go there. It could be that, yes, he equalizes and we have only 15 seconds to go. Wow, that was a lucky respawn, yeah, but that was exactly what he needed there. I think we will see the overtime.
I think Scanless was a little bit too eager on clicking and not selecting the spawn.
Both there. What a really important fight over there. Both very low. And Sheepdog is going to Skander normally.
Yeah, you could almost argue that Scanless just threw the map win away.
Yes. Oh, unlucky. Oh, that combo was really important. I think that would be the frag. Some nice primary shots from Skander.
Just playing a lot of really nice aim.
Yes. We saw that a lot, like from both sides already. Skander's looking a little bit better again, but still 50-52 there. One sniper shot. Oh. The first shock core was not too far away. And now Skander is looking good again. Sesma still a little bit behind from the elf. It looked like we maybe see another overtime. Very interesting. Now both players are playing much more defensive.
Yeah, last 10 seconds, they really want to force this overtime to be in a better position to attack.
Nice.
A little bit better weapon choice this time. Let's see if you can convert this kill.
Yeah, it looked like oh, very nice free primary shocks in a row there for the second frag. But you're totally right, Fragam, that I think that this time he was really hearing Zaz a lot, and he was really trying to position himself right for the shock core, did the damage and get the frag, the first frag, and even the second one. Now he's pretty much in a very good position to win this game. Let's see what Zaz can do in the last 1.5 minutes so far in the overtime. But we have seen it before. It's really possible. Like in 20 seconds, no problem. But now it's looking really good. Skander loose with the control over the items, with the control of the map, waiting for the respawn. That's Linkan here. That should be the frag, yes. Yeah. I think this should be a GG.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think the GG is coming now. Or maybe not, because Sesmas was just standing there.
Oh, nice shot. Only one missing for the frag for Zaz. But 20 seconds to go. And we saw a really nice overtime play by Skander, I have to say. Really nice control, really slowing down the game, and really was doing a nice performance in that overtime. And did the job done for the map win. Here we go. Let's go for the decider.
I think it was important for him to win that map and take it home for DRUCKWELLE.
Yeah. And I have to say they showed a really nice performance on Goose as well, and I think when I watched the other games, like I think they played Goose before, I think versus Euphoria as well. They looking good on Goose.
Yeah, it was incredibly close up until the last Emp run, or maybe the last but one Emp run on Goose today.
That could be pretty interesting, I think. Erase is giving you really a lot of opportunities, like sniping or shooting the opponent with hitscan, but also had some nice positions where you can do a lot of damage with like flak and Linkan as well.
However, I think it's going to be similar to the first map. Whoever gets the first few kills, or let's put it differently, if Sesmaster is able to get the first few kills, I think Scanless isn't dual experienced enough to pull it back. If that makes
Very
sense.
nice headshot over there at the lift. He was waiting already for his opponent. Again, a nice start for Scanner. Now the Rockets are looking very nice to equalize the game. Here we go. Okay. interesting start with 2 quick frags from both sides. First armor for Zas. Looking pretty nice now. Nice waiting for the frag. Really nice, good predictions with the shock cores.
I'm going to switch over to Zas Master. That's bad. And that's kind of what I meant with the first few kills. Scandalous isn't experienced enough in duel and plays it a little bit like elimination, which means that even if he's not in the favor of map control or in a armor disadvantage, he still tries to pull off nice frags slash inflict a lot of damage, but especially in duel it's sometimes very problematic because you expose yourself, you receive damage, you also inflict damage to the opponent, but if he's in map control, obviously, it's almost as if you hadn't done any damage unless you killed him directly, right? So if he's able to adapt that in the next few seconds or minutes, then I think he can get the most out of his aim.
I think it's nice to see that we have a little bit of a different start on Erase. It's still very, very close, equal. Both players are doing a lot of damage on both sides.
I mean, the only thing that changed in my eyes was that Zas Master now plays a little bit more defensive, as he saw that Scandalous is actually a pretty good aimer as well.
Yeah.
So he doesn't play too aggressive, like on the last map, where he, I think, underestimated Scandalous a little bit. So map control still in Zas Master's hands.
Oh, both are waiting. Nice move here by Zas, really quicking up to get the shield, but here we go, very nice shock prediction there with the shock ball at the lift. Really nice timing over there to equalize the health points a little bit and trying to skip, but Zas still managing to do the frag there. But now it's looking low, getting the health points now. Looking good for going for the M as well. Whoa, that shock war was very close. Okay, the second was closer. Zas with the frag there. And now with a very comfortable lead, and yeah, maybe Fragem is right. Maybe with this lead, let's see if Zas is managing again, like to control this till the end with this advantage.
Yeah, Screams in the chat was pointing out that Scandalous probably by now has figured out that Scandalous is peaking no matter what armor stack he has. And he can actually abuse this information quite hard right now, especially with a 4-frag lead. Scandalous might have to do a lot of stacking up to do the force.
But it really looks like it's really like that till the end. I think Zas is adapting his game a little bit more after like the first 2 maps. What you said, Fragem, before, like that he was finding out, okay, Scanner is hitting a lot as well, and I need to change, maybe tweak my game a little bit more. And it looks he really learned his lesson, like from deep a little bit. the lift is broken.
Yeah, don't stick your rocket launcher into the lift.
Indeed.
Might get stuck.
Opportunity now for Skander to maybe equalize the score a little bit. Yeah, good.
Yeah, the aim
good
shows,
prediction
but Skandalus also has to position
really
himself
need to
for the next
step
shield
back.
belt. If he doesn't get those next items, I think it's gonna be really hard for him.
Armor is lost again, and Zess is yeah, looking good. Good prediction on the ball.
Yeah, I think Flick Switch must fix the lift. Scandalous got stuck in the lift because he was knocked by a rocket. Also happened to me. Hint, hint.
I know that. Oh, nice sniper shot midair.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. GG, guys.
Not
Zess is
surprised.
doing it.
Yeah, I think the remainder of the match, the 3 minutes, would have been similarly to what we've seen so far. Just a little bit more defensive kind of style of Zessmaster.
Scandalous is.
Yeah,
moaning
I
that he
mean,
should play our server. Okay.
it's always complicated with an A service, as we know, or with high ping and ping prediction. Let's put it like that. If you're not used to it, you suck.